This week, we chose Shazam.
Billy Batson has been searching for his family his whole life, but after a mysterious wizard grants him magical powers to guard the world from the 7 deadly sins and Dr. Savannah, he has to choose between what he wants from the world and what the world needs from him, while still trying to balance living as Billy Batson, his alter ego.
Teresa, I know you were really excited about this movie for a retro rewind. Would you explain to our cinema community why you chose this movie?
Well, first of all, we both chose the movie, I would say. However, did I advocate for this movie? I did. The movie came out 2019, so fairly recent. New sequel came out in 2023, but the movie we're talking about is the original, Shazam. I chose the movie, I'll be honest with you, I know less about superheroes and characters, as if our cinema community has yet to figure that out. I'll put it out there really clearly. I really like Zachary Levi. I remember back in the day, you and I used to watch Chuck. So I'm familiar with Zachary Levi. He's the title character. He's the adult Shazam, and we'll talk about the younger version of Billy Batson. Batson.
Swing with a bat.
With the bat.
He's from Philly. He attacks with a bat.
Exactly right. Batson. The trailers made the movie look good. I'll be honest with you. Seeing the trailers, Zachary Levi going in with a lot of goodwill. It felt, before we saw it, it felt very lighthearted and fun versus dark, brooding Batman, Christian Bale Batman, dark and heavy and serious. And I was excited about that. Something fun, something interesting. And the backstory about him living in a foster home with his foster siblings, I thought that was a little bit creative. He actually had a family to draw from. And he wasn't some billionaire living on, living in a cave somewhere with Alfred and a red phone. As much as I appreciate the Batman franchise, it just felt, oh, look, he has a family. It's an alternative, family because of his early childhood. But he didn't turn into anything. He just put on a superhero costume. Like we're talking about Blue Beetle, he became the Blue Beetle. Shazam was his alter ego.
Yeah, the Blue Beetle, the characters are closely tied with their mantle. With Shazam / Captain Marvel,
sure,
these characters are kind of like the actualized versions of these characters. So I was really excited to see how this would kind of turn around. Would it be too kiddish versus too adult leaning? I think this movie strikes a good balance between the two.
Well, and I know you and I had talked about there were some nods to the movie Big, Tom Hanks, which is one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. Easter eggs also related to Big. It had that feel to it. We were talking about what are some of the parts of the movie we really liked. And I know for me, there was a part where his foster brother, Freddie, was taking pictures. He's like, well, what can you do? What can you not do? Can can we light you on fire? Can we shoot bullets at you? What can we do? And Zachary Levi, I think, really felt like a young kid, or a teenager, I should say. I think he was like 15. He's in high school. So a young kid. And it was funny. The actor Asher Angel, who played young Billy Batson, the high schooler, he was phenomenal as a kid, and it felt very fluid. As crazy as that sounded, you have Zachary Levi on the one side as Shazam, and then you have Billy Batson as Billy Batson. They felt very fluid, and you could almost see an adult being portrayed like Zachary Levi if that was your situation, just like Tom Hanks. And like I said, I have a lot of goodwill toward that movie.
Their mannerisms were really tightly mirrored.
That's a good example.
I was really impressed with the level of detail that both actors spent time learning each other's body language, because that really shows and that this is a complete character. A lot of the adulted up characters.
Yes.
You see this more in Fury of the Gods, which is the sequel. But even for the brief, 10 or so minutes, you see them, the rest of the cast, as their adulted up versions. It makes sense. I very clearly see who's meant to be who. And it's not just because of the color schemes and other things. I'm watching how they react to each other.
Well, and I liked all the siblings. I know we had talked about his foster brother, Freddie.
Freddie Freeman, I always have a soft
Yes.
spot for. I know Elvis has mentioned Freddie as an influence on his character, and that was one of the things that originally got me interested in the comics.
Oh, wow.
But it's nice to see that these characters maintain heart. It's not about toughness. It's about emotional composition that makes a hero.
Rebecca, some of your favorite actors, and there is a parallel to a recent Cocoon cast broadcast.
Gosh, Gran Turismo again.
Our wizard Shazam.
Dijon Hansu shows up as the wizard. I think he has this really cool ability to take whatever bit part he's in and just elevate it and make you excited to see more, and he definitely uses that on display here.
Quite a versatile actor.
He's gotten a few Academy Award nominations, so don't let him fool you, though.
Correct. And as you said, his parts may not be big and leading. However, he is acknowledged and recognized by his peers as well.
I find it funny, though, with this franchise, he's also appeared in both Marvel and DC. He does a small bit part in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I guess I missed that part.
Next time we watch it, I'll point it out to you. He's the guard in the beginning that goes, "Who's Star-Lord?"
Exactly. All right. Do we have any questions from the box?
The movie transitioned several times from Billy Batson as a teenager and also as an adult as Shazam. Did that leave you feeling disjointed, or was it hard to follow?
There's one scene that focuses on Billy's emotional journey when he's meeting up with his mother. And you really see the pain that Billy's going through. But then as Shazam, in this film, he also meets up with another one of the characters. And this character isn't facing as great of emotional circumstances, but there's still a very large dilemma involved. And you can see the same, as I mentioned, some of the same mannerisms and also character choices follow through. So it feels very much like the same person.
I would agree with that. It didn't feel disjointed, and sometimes movies that flash back versus, just very fluid or have callbacks and things like that do feel disjointed to me. This one, I would agree with that. It didn't feel disjointed, even though it's a huge leap from a teenager to someone in their, mid-20s, late 20s?
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s. You could be Shazam.
Darn, I'm not wearing my lightning bolt shirt today.
Exactly. It is that time of the show, Rebecca, where we give it a moth rating. 1 to 5. Moths flying. Watch out, black flag. Don't go near the black flag. Hurry up. The black flag is coming out.
Okay. All right. I think this is going to be a 3 for me.
A 3. And number one reason for a 3 moth rating.
The engagement in terms of the audience. There's great stakes for these characters, and it moved along very quickly. The pace was vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yes, I would agree. The pacing was good. I know for me, I would say a 3 and a wing. Close to a 4, actually. Even seeing it, I haven't seen it too many times. I think I've seen it about 3, maybe 4 times. So I would say a solid 3 and a wing for me. The acting was good. As you said, the pacing was good. The humor was good. Honestly, I felt Big had more features that I liked and I appreciated about it, but because it had a big feel to it, I really enjoyed it. So a solid 3 and a wing.
Thank you for watching this Cocoon cast clip. This clip is taken from our weekly show, which airs on Saturdays.
If you enjoyed this video, you might click on the link or head over to our main movie channel and watch the entire video for more movie goodness. Thanks for watching, and remember, movies are better together.